This is Marvel Legends Series 1 Build-A-Figure Terrax, the Herald of Galactus. This is the Build-A-Figure that you get when you collect all of the Series 1 Marvel Legends figures. Each comes with a different piece of this body. The head, the one arm, the left arm, the torso, and so on and so on. So you collect 6 of them, I believe. Every single one except for Thor came with a piece of him, and you put them all together, and you get this. And I wasn't really expecting much out of it, because it's kind of just a bonus figure. I wasn't really expecting much out of it at all. But I put them all together, and I think he's a really good figure. He's really big, obviously, just as you would think. He's bigger than Thor. And he's got a good sculpt, nice paint applications, and his articulation is flawless. He's got amazing articulation. As I said, he's a bonus piece for each figure, so he doesn't come with any packaging himself. But here is one of the figures from Series 1. This is Constrictor. He came with the upper torso. So he just comes in there. On the back, so you collect all 6 and get Terrax. Let's see, Steve Rogers came with, let me focus here. Steve Rogers, upper torso, Hope head, Extremis Iron Man, right leg, Claw, left leg, Constrictor, upper torso, Ghost Rider, left and right arms, and Thor did not come with one. So, I'll show you what his accessory comes with. His accessory is this, it's Cosmic Axe, I guess. This is in 2 parts. I believe this came with Hope with the head. Sorry, let me get the focus there. So you just put it together like this, and you get this gigantic axe. It's a really cool axe, too. It looks really neat. It's got some good sculpted detail, but as far as I can tell, this is just dyed plastic. I don't know, it might be paint, but there's not much to it in terms of a paint application. It's just this one color silver. Nice sculpt detail, though. Why isn't this focusing? There you go. So, decent accessory. I like it. He can hold it in his right hand only. That's the only one with grip. And while he's not going to drop it, it fits in there, it does kind of spin around in there a little bit. So that's... You can get it to do what you want it to do, but as soon as he starts moving, it's going to slide around in his hand. Alright, on to the figure. So the first thing you notice about this guy is just how big he is. He is a monster. This leg came off. That leg was really difficult to get on, and I never successfully got it on, so it's just been kind of balancing there. I would have to boil it in hot water so it gets soft and then put it back on, but all the other joints are really tight and have no problems. That's the only one. Alright, he's really big, so sorry if he's cut out of the frame for a minute. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the sculpt. He's got tons of muscle definition all over him. Really big. His boots are super cool. I like that. The paint on his boots, this is a very glossy gold, and this is a very glossy red. This red looks a lot like the red that was on the new Marvel Select Colossus. His skin, that's a very flat matte gray, and it has a little bit of charcoal shading and toning around the muscles there. The paint on his skin is really cool. It looks as realistic as gray skin can look. The skin is exceptionally well painted, I believe. This piece here, this is a separate piece. It goes on the torso here, and the upper part, the upper torso part, connects into that. So this is 2 separate pieces, and then they connect right here. This is made of very soft rubbery plastic. You can remold it. The paint on here, that's a nice semi-gloss finish. The belt is much more glossy than that. The red, that's the same up there. This red is semi-gloss as well. You got a lot of great definition back on the arms. Look at that. Really nice skin paint application. Now his head, well, let me show you all the muscles in here. Look at all those muscles in there. Very fine detail on his torso especially. And his back is ripped. Look at that. his head sculpt is really cool. It reminds me a lot of Darkseid from Superman. The paint application on there is phenomenal as well. I mean, look at those teeth. Those are very straight, very finely painted. I really like his teeth. And his eyes are very metallic-y silver. That's such a nice pop right there. And just this sculpt on his brow and all the wrinkles in his face, that that grimace he's doing, really nice sculpt and detail there. Let me try and show you underneath his head. Kind of looks like Apocalypse as well. So, nice sculpt, nice paint application. I really do like it. And he's just gigantic. You really get your money's worth of plastic. Well, I guess you didn't pay for this guy. Well, I guess you did. You paid for parts of him, but I think he's just in terms of size alone and just the amount of plastic you get, he's really valued, a good value. Alright, so quality control. There's not really much you can check since it's coming, which you're going to want to get when you're looking for this guy, each figure comes with a little part. So, I mean, you're going to be looking for the quality control on the actual figure rather than this. But if you want to see some things that could go wrong with him, make sure those eyes are on there nice and straight. Those eyes are really cool, and you want to get those on there neatly. Make sure his teeth, see, it's pretty much a grid in those teeth. Make sure that's all nice and straight. Make sure the blue parts of his mask, make sure that's not bleeding anywhere. But, I mean, other than that, you're not going to be able to really tell much. Alright, so let's take a look at how big he is. He is ginormous. Here is Thor from Series 1. And he is a little bit taller than Thor. He is a big figure. Probably about the same size as the Pile Driver figure that just came in Series 2. His articulation is off the hook. His articulation is flawless. Really good articulation. I was really surprised at how good his articulation was. For being a bonus figure, I thought they were going to just, kind of have very standard articulation, but no, it's really nice. He's got a ball-jointed head, but just because of the sculpt of his chin and the back of his neck, that's about as much as you can do. So 360, but up and down just a little bit. Ball-jointed shoulders, swivel bicep, simple jointed elbow, ball hinge wrists. He's got an ab crunch, a waist swivel. Because of this, it's a really limited. See that? Because this piece is connected, so it kind of limits it a little bit. He's got swivel hinge legs, so it's out to the side, forward, swivel thigh, double jointed knee, swivel boot, and a swivel hinge or a hinge foot with an ankle rocker. This is one of the best swivel hinge feet I've ever seen, man. These ankle rockers are amazing, and it doesn't hurt the look of the boot at all. Some of the earlier figures that have those ankle rockers, it's just really ugly. You can see a joint in there, and it's just bleh. But his, I mean, it's hidden there really well, and again, that reminds me a lot of the new Marvel Colossus ankles and boots that just came out. Alright, so my final thoughts on this guy is I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. If you're not planning on getting all the figures and you're just wondering if you should complete it to get him, I don't know if he's worth buying 6 figures just to get him unless you're interested in all those figures. But I'm very happy with him. I was very surprised at how good he is. I would rate this guy, I would rate him like a 7 or an 8 maybe, because his articulation is off the hook. His sculpt's awesome. He's huge. He's got a nice paint application, especially his skin, and you get a nice accessory with it. Should you buy him? Like I said, it's up to you if you want to get all the figures. I'm not sure if he's worth paying over $100 to get them all, but you can get this guy on eBay. People are selling him on eBay, but I've seen him going for like $50. I don't think he's worth nearly $50. If you can find him for the price of a regular Marvel Legends figure, $15 to $20, I would say he's worth that. But don't go around paying $50 for this guy. He is nice, but he's not that nice. He's not $50 nice. Alright, well that's all I have for him. I hope you enjoyed all the request videos that I'm filling. I hope you found this helpful also, and until next time, keep collecting.